What's going on, everybody? Hate to come at you like it's 1970, but unfortunately I can't get my Shadow Play to work for whatever reason. Oh, I know why. Because it's Shadow Play and it's garbage. Here today, the Xbox One backward compatibility super sale for the Xbox 360 games. Now, you know I'm all about this. This is without a doubt the Xbox One's strongest feature, and it's what, in my opinion, puts them ahead of Sony because of their dog shit PlayStation Now service. And I have not forgotten about you people. I will do a video review on that service. Let's just go on with the list, okay? You're going to see installed and owned. I'll tell you what I bought on this sale. I owned a lot of them already. Black Ops 2, you already know that's a must. Grand Theft Auto 4 runs beautifully on the Xbox One. Definitely pick that up. Dead Space 2 runs awesome. I can confirm. Get it. Skate, I got that through EA Access. I haven't even played it. Red Dead Redemption, if you don't own it, slap the shit out yourself. Go buy that now. World at War, I don't know if that's a must own, and as you can see, yes, Ghostbusters is installed. I don't know why. I guess because it was $3.74. If for nothing else, just to have it in my collection, sitting there looking pretty. Bully, I hear a lot of good stuff about Bully, but never got into the game. And Rockstar is my favorite developer. I hear a lot of good things about the Stick of Truth. Unfortunately, you got to click these to see the price, and that's a pain in the ass. I'm not an RPG type of guy. $7.99, I feel like that's a bit much for a 360 game on a super sale. I'd be inclined to promote it if it were $4.99. $7.99, it's a bit steep. If you're a big fan of South Park and you don't have a PC, I mean, oh my God, do what I tell you to do. Oh, this is not going to go over well. I own this for whatever reason. I don't even know how I own it, but I own it. All these, same shit again and again. Battlefield Bad Company 2, I believe, is cheap. I own it, of course. Let's go to buy a copy. Buy a copy. Come on, how much? $4.99. You'd be insane not to get this. The controls are a bit stiff, but what do you want for 30 FPS? You know what I mean? That's the concept when dealing with backwards compatibility. But hey, guess what? It works with a controller, unlike PC. I know there's a fix, but it doesn't come standard. BioShock 1 and 2 are mandatory buys, okay? Mandatory. I own BioShock on disc. Curious to see the price. These run at 60 FPS. They're not locked. $10. I don't know, man. God, these are old games. That's a bit steep. These are digital games. Technically, if you want to think about it, you're not even really getting the game. You're just getting the license for as long as the Xbox service is up and running. You know what I mean? So, $10 is a bit steep. I can't promote that. These are two awesome games, though. $4.99 is what I'd like to see. Too much. Borderlands 1 and 2, why get that when they got the remastered out? All this trash right here. I hear good stuff about Braid, never played it. Now, I did buy Gunslinger because it's not real optimal on my PC for whatever reason. And no, it's not because I have a pre-built, because Doom runs at a flawless 1080p, 60 FPS. This is just, my computer don't like it for whatever reason. So I bought it on Xbox 360. It was $3.74. Can't go wrong. Call of Duty 2, I would advise against getting this game, people. I love Call of Duty 2, but I'm going to tell you, the controls on the Xbox One are messed up. When you go to high sensitivity, anything higher or above, the controls are just going to feel nasty. Trust me. I had to uninstall the game. Just didn't feel good. Even on the Xbox Elite controller. What is this dog shit right here? Call of Duty 3, no good. Black Ops must own, especially if you're into zombies. You got to get these. Granted, they did just release the Zombie Chronicles, but this way you got the old weapons, and Zombie Chronicles, you're using the new weapons. This is probably $10, people. If you don't have anybody to play with, I wouldn't bother. Dark Void, I've never played it, but I got it because it was $3.74, if for nothing else, so I can just stare at it in my library. Deus Ex Human Revolution, I beat this game on the 360. This was an exceptional game. It runs good on the Xbox One. I can't confirm. So, I don't know how much that is. I already own it, but I'd say if it's $10 or above, don't get it. But if it's $7.99, it's worth it. $7.99 or below. Dead Space 3, this was cheap. God, what did I just pay for this? I just bought it. It was cheap. Holy crap. I want to say it was $4.99. It was $4.99, people. That's a no-brainer. And I just bought Dead Space 2 when it just became available via backwards compatibility for 19 bucks. And I'm pretty sure that's $5 too. So that's a slap in the balls, but that's what you get for not being patient. I knew these sales were right around the corner, and yet I'm buying shit. I just bought the Surge for $40, and I know damn well in 2 months' time it's going to be 19 bucks. Cheaper even, especially on the website for PC games, King You Win, CD keys. It's going to be like $10, and I just paid $40 like an idiot. Fallout 3, Fallout 3, it runs good, but I don't know, man. The controls just feel kind of shitty to me. New Vegas, never got into that. Far Cry 3, everything runs great. Played it, loved the game. I got the disc version. Blood Dragon, haven't played it, but it's an exceptional add-on. If you don't have Blood Dragon, you got to get it. Don't know what any of that shit is. Gears 2 is good. Gears of War is pointless because you got the Ultimate Edition. You got to get Ultimate Edition over this shit. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Come on, we almost done with this? Grand Theft Auto 4 add-ons, mandatory. I don't know what they cost, but they shouldn't be a dime over $5. If they are, too much. Grid 2, I don't know how I have that. I think that was on Games with Gold. Hitman Absolution, decent enough game. If it's anywhere over $8, don't waste your time. $8 or below, go ahead and get it. You have my permission to own. You have my permission to die. Dark Void is installed. Don't know what any of this trash is. Mass Effect is kind of a tricky thing because I did beat the game, but it was a long time ago. Every game built upon the mechanics of the previous, every newer game, so I imagine that Mass Effect feels pretty dated. Now, Medal of Honor Airborne on the Xbox One feels like crap. Probably the worst controls I've ever felt in a video game, period. I don't know if I beat this game or not, but I gotta tell you, worst controls ever. If you just want to feel some shit-ass controls, scoop that up. It's too bad, too, because the gun mechanics seem on point. Hey, they just released this game remastered, NBA Playgrounds. Oblivion, I wouldn't waste my time. I remember getting this on the 360, and it loaded like every 2 minutes of gameplay. It had to load a section. I bet you that shit ain't gone because I do have the orange box for the Xbox One via backwards compatibility, and that loads in every 5 minutes on Half-Life 2. So I guarantee Oblivion does the same shit. So however fond your memories are, it's not worth it. Get it on PC. Where are we at? Rage. Rage has some issues, has some sound bugs. The sound goes out. There was also another point in the beginning of the game, and this is playing backwards compatibility, where the enemies are disappearing and shooting you. Their guns are floating, and there's no way to hurt them. I just uninstalled it. It seemed like they did a shitty job with Rage. Not the game, but the backwards compatibility. Undead Nightmare Pack, of course, you have to own that. Absolute must. No good, no good. Shadow Complex is decent enough. If that's a dime over $3.74, don't waste your time. Star Wars Force Unleashed, that was just free, so you can't pay for it. I'd advise against these. These were okay back in the day, but they've aged badly. Time Shift is $10. I looked. Actually, that's $15. That's appalling. That's an appalling price. Don't you dare spend that kind of money. That should be $4.99. The Witcher 2, I own it. It's not the greatest Xbox 360 game. It looks awful. And it's crazy too because it looks real good on PC. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Don't pay over $8 for that. $8 or below. Yeah, and that's it. That's it, man. So there you go. There's your guide. I wouldn't get shit else. Look, backwards compatibility for me has been huge. I use it, and I use it all the time. All the time. Look at this. And they run better. In most cases, they run better than they do or than they did on the 360. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? Wait, good job, Xbox. Good job. That's the Just Cause 2 cover art in the color Juarez Gunslinger slot. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyways, these are all my backwards compatibility games. Xbox sucks. What is this? See, that better get fixed. That shit will annoy me to the end of time. I will uninstall this ASAP. That needs to get fixed. I use backwards compatibility all the time. So yeah, I bought Ghostbusters, Dark Void, Call of War, or should I say Just Cause 2. Let's finish installing this. And let's just go to the 360 games I have in here. And these are all the ready to install 360 titles that I just don't bother with because I own the majority of them on PC. This runs night and day better on PC. I have this installed on my 360. The controls are just too horrible. I have this on PC. I have this on Xbox One Remastered. Nobody plays Assassin's Creed anymore. Orange Box. The load times were just killing it. Witcher 2 looks too awful. But other than that, like the ones I got installed, they're gold. They're absolute gold. There we go. Restored. Fixed. Good. There you go. See this? You know, this is a real shame, man, because this has a lot of potential. The controls are just awful. But you know what? The controls are god-awful on PC, too, using a mouse and keyboard. So there you go. Get to buying. I'll holler at you.